What up everyone, it's Annie here, also known as Guild Forever. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a few of my Patreons that decided to support me. Appreciate you guys. I didn't think I would get any Patreons at all when I started this up, so that's why I was kind of worried when I decided to make one, but I'm glad people decided to sign up, help out the cause, while at the same time checking out a lot. And believe me, for those of you that are on YouTube, you're missing out on a lot because we got a lot of content on there. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Typhlosion Productions, Cody Fox, Kyoto, Eshinglin, sorry if I butchered your name, Peacefinder, Zowl, Christopher, In Need of Church, don't we all, Pastel, and last but not least, D-Master XD. I've said it from the earlier days and I'm still gonna say it now. D-Master, your name kills me, bro. Like, but you know what? I love you for it. But anyway, yeah, that I wanted to give a shout out to them. So for those of you that don't know, I've been starting a Patreon for a while now, and if you want to make sure you're one to sign up and make sure you check out all the content on Patreon, there's gonna be a link in the description below. And there's going to be 3 different tiers. One for $1 is Anime Juggle Plus Ultra. For $3 is Anime Juggle Bunkai, and for $5 it's Anime Juggle Guildmate. If you want to know what each of these different juggles mean, just check out the link in the description and it will explain everything in further details. So yeah, without further ado anyway, let's just get into the video. What up guys, Annie here, Guild Forever, going to be reviewing Inuyasha episodes 84, 85, and 86. This is the last round of Inuyasha and we're going to get another juggling. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to be adding now the Hunter x Hunter reactions that I have over on my Patreon over to my YouTube. So it's about time I added something from Patreon over to YouTube. So the next juggle is going to be what I had already on Patreon. For those of my Patreons, don't you worry. We're already done with that. We're going to start something new in the juggle. Look forward to that. In the Patreon, anyway. So look forward to the Patreon if you want to get some good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. For some of you, for some people that are on the Patreon, or for some of you on YouTube, I got a few, like, not that many, just pretty much just one, but I don't care, it's irrelevant to me. Negative comment regarding, like, why do you put this here on YouTube? Why don't you put it on Patreon? I'm trying to promote my Patreon. I'm promoting my Patreon. That way more and more people are aware of it, so more and more people can be voting on it. Besides, some people may want to see you can manipulate the voting system that I have on Patreon over on YouTube. But the one thing I do know is that I feel like notifications on YouTube are a lot more accessible than the ones over on Patreon. That's why I do it on YouTube. Besides, it's the first time I ever really get to use the community tab on my YouTube channel. I've never had it before till recently, and I feel like using it. So yeah, for those of you guys that want the next the next juggle in, I'm gonna put a poll immediately after this video, and you guys can start voting for that. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Inuyasha. So things are becoming more hellish now that Naraku has went into hiding. More demons that were afraid of him and not wanting to be, becoming a part of his flesh and essentially becoming slave to him. They have now emerged and start going after eating souls, living amongst the humans, while at the same time searching for the shard. So now Inuyasha and the group is going to be more active than the usual, now that demons are more likely to swarm around and cause havoc. So they're going to be on their guard more often than not. Excuse me. So with that being said, they're going to be more vigilant whenever they go from one town to another. Inuyasha, though, is more haste makes waste. he wants to find Naraku as soon as possible now that he feels like he has the advantage. He's more anxious, more alerted, and almost more serious kind of tone. Even though in between there are a few lighthearted episodes here and there, Inuyasha has taken the more of a... I don't know, I thought I heard something. Anyway, Inuyasha has taken a more serious tone in order to be able to, because he's more alerted and because he knows the situation for Naraku is dire. Naraku is in a very critical situation. Not only is he in a state of vulnerability, he is also trying to come up with a strategy in order to overpower Inuyasha and Shishomaru. Predominantly Inuyasha. His only means of doing that initially was trying to take Shishomaru into his flesh in order to be able to gain the strength necessary to take down Inuyasha. And he's like, F it, Inuyasha's here, I'm gonna absorb these two at the same time. He then realized he overestimated his own abilities while not fully understanding the capabilities of Inuyasha's as well as Shishomaru. Even though he has been keeping closer tabs on Shishomaru than Inuyasha as of late, due to the fact that he felt a sense of security, knowing the fact that his barrier easily trumps anything Inuyasha dishes out. But he did not take into consideration that Inuyasha finally unlocked a power that's able to break through the barrier, pretty much empowering his sword. He didn't learn any new techniques, anything is left. If I were to make it more simpler terms, it's like his Tenseiga just got Super Saiyan or Dragon Slayer. For those of you that don't know Dragon Ball Z, okay, I'm gonna use Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto themes. It's like his Tenseiga just got Dragon Force. It's like his Tenseiga just got Super Saiyan, and it's like his Tenseiga or however you pronounce it, just got Sage of Six Paths. Well, no, I think that's overboard. Nine Tails Chakra mode. Sage mode. There you go, Sage mode. It's like his sword just got Sage mode. So right now, because initially it was like base form Tenseiga, but now he overpowered it to where his sword gained the power to take it to the next level. Now that Shishomaru can't really put up a barrier strong enough to deal with Inuyasha's sword, he's going to have to find out another contingency plan, or pretty much a tactical retreat. Retreating and regrouping, gathering thoughts until he finds out what he can do in order to best Inuyasha. For now, I'm pretty sure he's in the stages of healing himself, and once he's done healing, he's going to find the strategy. Right now, he cannot be found. That's the one thing. But the fact that he allowed a demon to know that he went into hiding and don't care whether they find out, it's like it's impossible for anyone to get close to him. Now, I don't know where he is, but the fact that Inuyasha can pick up his scent, his presence is completely gone from anywhere they may go, is concerning. Because the fact that he's eliminated his existence from Inuyasha's from Inuyasha's nose, as well as his demonic presence is nowhere to be felt, it's putting the group in a sense of dire. Because they're like, he's in a state of vulnerability. We can take him out right now. We can literally kill this bastard right now. We have to freaking find him. So it's like, the situation really is dire. They need to get him now. Now is vital. Now it's the make it or break it, whether they can finally seize the moment, take him out, and finally put an end to this nightmare, or make it too late. Naraku healed, and not only that, he gains the power to fight against Inuyasha. If that happens, they go back to square one, which makes the situation that much worse. They need to find him now. Not a week from now, not days from now, every day, every minute, every hour, every second, every moment is vital. Because each passing day, each moment time passes, he is slowly recovering. The fact that he needs to take these measures in order to make sure he's not found or make sure they can't reach him is critical. That shows that he's feeling the heat. That shows that he is in fact scared. They need to do something about him now. Otherwise, they'll miss their opportunity. Their window is closing and they need to zoom on in as fast as they can. Right now, that window is pretty far lying open. But eventually, it's going to get to the point where that window is closed and now they have to find another method to open it back up again. So yeah, right now, that's why Inuyasha is like bro, I gotta hurry up, man. If I don't get him now while the iron is hot, the plate is gonna go cold, and then what's gonna happen? I literally can't beat him. He's gonna find something, and then Naraku himself is not gonna hesitate to attack him. But I feel like this is what I'm going to predict. Naraku is going to be practically impossible to get to. He will make his appearance, and when that happens, he'll be fully healed, and he'll have a new power to fight against Inuyasha. When that happens, I feel like Inuyasha, I don't know, I feel like there's gonna be a moment where Inuyasha's group and Shishomaru's group have to, even Koga's group, Kikyo, everyone that is after Naraku, they all have to band together and harness their energies together to fully take this bastard down. Because I feel like I have a cold, hard case feeling that this guy is going to heal and get a power that's going to be so overpowered that it's stupid. If that's the case, you all need to come together, man. Enough of this separation dumbass shit. You need to come together and you need to put your differences aside and work on a strategy to kill this man. Because I'm telling you, he is the fact that you guys aren't working together is what makes life easier on this bastard. The fact that you refuse to acknowledge each other's help is like, it's wonderful for him because he can use that to his advantage. You bastards needs to seriously get together, man. Like, Shishomaru, put aside your pride, man, and just work with your little brother. You saw how much damage you two did when you fought him that last time? You saw what they did? Shishomaru and Inuyasha are a force to be reckoned with. If these two work together from the get-go, they can easily clap Naraku. Granted, they'll never work together. They'll never work together. It's impossible. These two idiots refuse to acknowledge each other's help. But come on guys, like, can we accept the fact that if Inuyasha and Shishomaru put their powers together and work as a team, they would be a force that no one can ever contend with. No one would ever want to contest Inuyasha and Shishomaru if they work together. But they kind of feel like Vegeta and Goku. They will never work together unless the situation is too dire for them to really consider their pride over the current, what's going on at the moment. Now, here's a question. Question 1. If Shishomaru and Inuyasha would ever in their lifetime consider working with each other, who would be the one that would initiate the suggestion first? Inuyasha or Shishomaru? Who do you believe would be the first one to ever suggest a team up? And tell me why. Question 2. Okay, I didn't think that far ahead. Question 2. Question 2. In your honest opinion, who would you believe Kagura is more than likely to team up with out of everyone so far? And out of all the villains, out of every single, you know what? Yeah, this is a bonus. Out of every single villain in Inuyasha, who is your absolute favorite, and explain to me why? Swear to God, if someone says Naraku, I will lose my shit. Like, I'll be like, how? How is he a good villain? He's just a little coward. He's just a scaredy cat that won't put up a fight unless he knows he wins. He literally has no kinds of courage. He's just a coward. As I quoted once, I will quote again. Time and time and again, to every coward and every villain in any anime series, I will quote Batman. You're not brave. Only men are brave. So yeah, that's it for this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, that's it for Inuyasha for tonight. Well, in general, I need to fit in another juggle, and the juggle is going to be Hunter x Hunter that I have on Patreon. It's going to be moved over to YouTube now. And so yeah, and that means more than likely, and also on my Patreon, something else is going to be juggled in once again for my Patreons, and for those that are gonna become aware that are just on my YouTube but would like to be a Patreon. Check it out. You may find something you like. So make sure you stay tuned for all my community tabs. I'm going to announce the winner for the next series that's going to be, the next series into whatchamacallit. My Patreon is going to be announced after this. So make sure you stay tuned to that. For those of you that can look at the votings, you more or less can tell who's gonna win. So yeah. Make sure to check it out, guys. That's it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, sub if you haven't already. Really motivates me to put more content out there for you guys as my guildmates, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace. I'm out.